heading to shop class?
I might swing on by.
So is that a yes, or
Yeah, I'll be there.
you heading to shop class?
Heading to shop class. You in?
I am ready.
Right on.
Good in...
Like this?
Close. Here, I can show you.
What's all the, new equipment?
Ah, the supplies? No need to thank me. Donated to the cause, courtesy of 5 Stark subsidiaries.
Wow. It's really something.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but just take what you need. I'll clear out the rest. I promise.
Awesome. That's great.
How's it going, boss? Ready to get your hands greasy?
Tony, why did you bring all this equipment?
Really? The old stuff has a junkyard horked up in an 80s machine shop vibe. Why, were we supposed to vote on it?
Do not worry about me.
Robbie, huh? He's usually so laid back. I didn't think he'd have a problem.
I cannot speak for him. The two of you should work it out.
All right, I'll fix it. So, about this situation, I get it. We're bumping elbows. But you kids are doing good work here. Whatever you want to do, I'll support it. I'll, leave you to it.
Did you know Tony planned to do this?
No. Did you?
Nah, but it sounds like his heart was in the right place. Now, it's time to build something cool. Now that we know Wanda's a threat, you'll need an edge if you face her again.
What kind of edge?
Nothing that involves her coming to harm. We're looking at ways to protect you from her abilities.
How is that possible?
Our first prototype keeps you connected to the real world in case Wanda alters it around you.
Like an anchor, tethering me to reality?
Exactly. If Wanda alters your reality, our second prototype alters it back. Robbie got the idea from his spirit of vengeance. I think the prototype is powered by Hellfire, so best not to jostle it.
Like a button I press to reset her alterations? Or a broadcast interfering with her own transmission?
Perfect, you got it. Glad you cleared that up with Tony. Now we can get to work. I have the components you gave me. Always good to get ahead. I'm ready to put this together. How about you?
I spoke with Tony about the equipment. He says he wanted to support shop class.
That's all?
He believes he is helping. That is good enough for me.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Look, you came here to make something. Don't keep Parker waiting. I guess I'll keep an eye on Tony. Make sure he doesn't do any crazy rich people stuff.
Like what?
We don't want to find a champagne waterfall in the break room, you know? Actually, that would be tight. Parker's waiting on you. I'll make sure Tony doesn't plate my tools in platinum or whatever.
I'm ready to...
I am ready.
Let me know when you're ready to take...
Well, that went not poorly. And that's a decent prototype. Just needs refinement before you bring it to market.
You plan to sell it?
It's only an expression. Although... Nope, stopping right there. Catch you at the next one, boss.
Let me know when you're ready to take off.
I am ready to go.
work. Well done. Did the new equipment help?
Yeah, it really took the complexity out of how we used to do it.
He's right. It cut our time in half.
Good. I just want to pull my weight around here.
Well, you're definitely pulling a lot of weight. Almost all of it.
I am not above celebrating the end of some real bad people. Fine, speak.
Here to gloat, Mother?
Quite the opposite. I was concerned. I could not sense you after.
Your pet monster nearly destroyed me.
An unintended and unforeseen consequence of your continued assault against me. The mystical energies within our blood do not always mix well with off-worlders. But neither do the wards of your pretentious sorcerer. The Venom creature is a calculated but necessary risk.
Alien monstrosities, Wanda's unchecked powers coupled with Banner's unhinged mind. Whatever you are planning, Mother, I fear it may be beyond even your control.
Your concern touches me, but I would risk the heavens themselves if it meant saving you.
I do not need saving.
Oh, but you do. And that crack in your collar is the first step. Every revolution of self starts with the tiniest of rifts, an ever so slight splinter in the glass, a hanging thread begging to be pulled until it unravels all. You should be celebrating. That crack is the beginning of your emancipation from my sister's control. She keeps you collared because she fears you. They all do. Sarah wants to hold you back from realizing your full potential, the way she tried to hold me back centuries ago.
I would not need this collar had I not been corrupted by your blood.
Is that what you believe? Oh, child. There is so much you must learn. But you would never believe me if I told you. Not here. Not now. You must discover those answers on your own. Once you're unshackled, you will finally be free to be yourself.
And who is that? Answer me!
Hunter, we have finished the symbiote sampling device. Come to the forge to have a look.
Peter, what's wrong?
Stark and Strange are deciding what to do about Eddie. You think they'd ask, the only guy who gets what Eddie's going through.
That sucks, dude. You okay?
I'm fine. It's Eddie I'm worried about, as well as the rest of you. I guess I'm not qualified to handle this because I'm not an Avenger.
Men that powerful think they have all the answers.
Well, they're making a big mistake leaving the Venom expert out of their plan to stop Venom. I know how to get through to him, and how to keep him from hurting anyone. I'd never forgive myself if that happened.
You tell him, Peter.
Maybe I will.
I have something for you.
An RSVP to my birthday?
Components for shop class.
Alright, I guess that's comparable. I thanked you for bringing me back with you, right? I know we're here because people are in danger, but I have to admit, I'm a little excited. Man. Oh, hey there, Hunter. Don't mind me. No one else does.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Ah, thanks, Hunter.
Yes? Hunter? I wasn't holding back, I swear.
Hey, boss. I got something for you.
Somewhere in between witty remarks, Tony actually managed to develop several new pieces of technology. I can't explain where he finds the time, to be honest.
We could have set up shop at my place in the city. It's not as creepy, but at least the taco place delivers. Oh, you are gonna love this. Here you are, Hunter. One symbiote sampler, hot off the old demonic presses.
That is not what I expected.
Yes, I for one am not going anywhere near that thing.
You're a doctor. Don't tell me you're afraid of a little needle.
That is most certainly not a needle.
Well, you say tomato, I say one gamma-infused arc-powered laser tomato. Either way, we're good to go. Now we just have to get close enough to Venom to use it.
And I suppose you have a plan for that too?
Actually, I don't. Been too busy wrangling our friendly Forge demon while ignoring Strange's advice in order to build a one-of-a-kind gamma-powered symbiote extractor that burns hot enough to pierce the sun. But basically, we just need to stick the pointy end in him and let the device do the rest. Once we jab that thing, the symbiote will be extracted and stored within the chamber. The fluid inside should maintain the sample's molecular integrity indefinitely. I based it on the saliva he left on you during that last round.
I see. And does Spider-Man, Peter, think it will actually work?
I'm not sure. To be honest, I've kind of been keeping him out of the loop on this one. Look, Peter's a great kid, with a big heart. He looks at Venom and he doesn't see the same mucus monster we do. All he sees is Eddie Brock. From what he's told me, the two of them weren't exactly best friends before the symbiote got thrown into the mix. But that doesn't matter to Peter. It's not going to be easy to get that sample. We'll have to get real close. I know Peter would give anything, including his own life, to save Eddie. Guess I just don't want to see him distracted when the time comes. Look what happened to me with Bruce.
Venom is not Banner, Tony. And Peter is not you.
Well, that's the point. I look at Peter and I see, well, maybe the person I could have been if I didn't let money, fame, and my dad's war profiteering get the best of me. Maybe I just want to keep the kid a kid for as long as possible.
Tony.
End of the day, we gotta find Venom first before any of this matters. Given his symbiote is happily sliming its way across the 5 boroughs, it's gonna be hard getting any kind of reading on him with conventional means, as in the non-demonically possessed kind. Thankfully, there's always Auntie Caretaker and her magic mirror. I'd check in with her. Talk to you soon, Hunter. I didn't spend my childhood training to be a demon hunter, but I was enrolled at MIT when I was only 15. I know a little something about the pressure to succeed.
How are you, Peter?
You tell me, Hunter. I'm out of the loop on everything. They're off discussing what to do about Venom, and no one has said a word to me about it.
You are worried about who Eddie Brock might hurt, are you not? If you want to take action, then speak up. This is not a classroom.
I know we're all heroes here. I know I shouldn't be intimidated. But Stark's just got this big-time Avenger air about him, and I'm Peter Parker from Queens. who's gonna listen to me?
I am listening to you right now.
I know, I should be doing something, because right now I feel kinda useless. Maybe I'll use the forge to bake a loaf of sourdough. Really get in Stark's way until he notices me.
If you want Stark to pay attention to you, there are better ways to make your point than making bread.
Well, I was kidding about that, but if you have suggestions...
Just walk up to him and suggest a way to help.
Okay, you've made your point. Fine. Maybe I'll speak up.
Excellent.
Just give me a bit. I'm a little rusty. The Sinister Six caused me to miss out on my speech class final. All this excitement has really got me thinking about forming a team of my own. Spider-Man and his astonishing...
We're missing something, Hunter. And the frustrating thing is it's happening right in front of us.
Where?
The Sanctum is filthy with Hydra. Too many of them. It wouldn't take many guards to secure the building. So the question is, what else are they doing in there?
Have you considered they are reinforcing the Sanctum in order to make it a stronghold?
Why focus on reinforcing one building when you can be taking other regions of the world? Something is about to happen there. I can feel it. And I'm telling you, Hunter, it's too important to ignore. It's vital that we get a sample from Venom. We have to get through that barrier.
Our list of problems continues to grow longer.
Well, we're not here for the easy stuff.
I want to ask Bruce for help, and then I remember that, no, that's not an option anymore.
We've lost people before. It never gets easy.
Most of them don't stick around as a pompous version of themselves. Tony and Strange really need to figure out some sort of magical, unfallen Control-Z button, and fast.
Never liked the name War Room, but it was that or the Tony Stark Info Experience.
I don't let anybody win. That was all you.
I see Tony showed you his new toy.
He did.
He is so in love with his toys. I don't suppose he's given much thought as to who should get close enough to Venom to use it.
If anyone understands Venom, it is Peter. He might be a good candidate for this mission. The ability to put ourselves in our enemy's shoes can tell us where they have been and where they are going.
Peter. Interesting. His innate humanity and unwavering empathy for Eddie Brock's plight could make him an ideal candidate. This won't be figured out right now, but we should decide something soon. Time is of the essence. But I suppose you know that better than anyone. We will talk again soon.
You getting that same feeling?
Are you heading to the meeting?
Soon, and do not forget the ingredients.
Are you prepared for tonight's meeting?
I am more than prepared. I am the Sorcerer Supreme. But yes, I am ready.
Are you... Something on your mind?
Nothing important. Isn't the angry children meeting tonight?
Emo kids?
Yes, that. I can never keep up with the modern lingo. Took me a decade to rid myself of thee and thou.
The meeting is tonight.
Then I should wrap up.
Are you...
Yes.
Tonight's the night for emo kids. You coming?
Lead the way.
Nico runs these meetings?
Yes, so far.
Then I'll wait for her to begin. Nico.
I require a moment to prepare the ritual. Nico can explain.
We shall soon see if this meeting amounts to anything.
What do you mean?
Miss Minoru can explain.
Feels like we're getting closer to figuring out how you died. It's not too much, is it?
The memories are painful, but I have endured worse.
That's good! I mean, it's bad, but yeah, I'm glad you're hanging in there. Ileana wants to lead the ritual this time. That surprised me.
Why?
Magic taking the lead and Caretaker staying out of her way? The world must be ending. Oh, right. It is. Give Magic a heads up when you're ready.
Are you prepared for Miss Rasputin to apply the metaphorical cheese grater to your soul?
I thought you were above petty rivalries.
Oh, not at all. She's a blunt instrument who believes herself a scalpel. She doesn't check her work. That's how mistakes are made, the kind one regrets. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, especially Miss Rasputin. I'm certain you'll be fine. If all goes wrong, I shall pick up the pieces, as always. Go on, Miss Rasputin has a soul to cleanse.
I believe I know Ileana's plans for the ritual.
How?
I overheard her speaking with Strange.
I appreciate you telling me.
Telling you this time, you mean? That's fair. Perhaps I've kept you in the dark more often than I should. Ileana's approach is reckless and could cause you lasting harm. What you do with that knowledge is up to you.
The ritual today will be unlike before.
How so?
We shall make real progress. I refuse to coddle you as the others did. I will push you beyond your limits. For this to work, I must break you.
Do what you need to do.
Do not be complacent. Without preparation, there is a possibility of damage. This is why you collected the ingredients I asked you to bring. You did collect them, yes?
Well, no.
This complicates matters. Without ingredients, the ritual will be painful. No more than sparring in the yard. There is no danger to you or your soul. But it will sting. Now, are you ready?
Can you tell me more about what you are planning?
Do you truly care?
Please give me the details.
Fine. I am using powers you can't comprehend to find an echo of your death. Then you will relive the echo. Now, ready?
You may proceed.
Limbo never forgets. It holds the echo of your death. What is your last memory?
Lilith. A muddy circle in a clearing.
Then I shall bring that echo to you. Now, you become its vessel.
I am ready.
What do you see?
My head. It is her. It is Lilith in the circle.
Do not fight the echo. Allow it to wash through you.
No, she sees me. I advance, prepared to strike. She just watches me.
Whoa! Is that...
It is.
My child. Look what they've done to you.
You have no right to call me child, monster.
So, misguided. I have never sought to harm you.
Your army says otherwise.
A distraction. to allow for this moment.
Ileana, stop this! Right now!
Enough deceit. Speak plainly or suffer the consequences.
Ileana!
No, we must proceed.
How plain can I make this, my child? If I am to remake this world, I need you at my side.
Enough! Dilungo! Retinacula!
No! You had no right to do that.
Stopping your recklessness is my obligation.
Stopping the ritual early could have destroyed the Hunter's mind.
The only threat to Hunter was your sloppy technique.
You are impossible!
You will never attempt this again.
Do not constrain me.
Just gonna stand here and hope they don't involve me.
Yup. Mm-hmm. Miss Rasputin was correct. Feels odd on the tongue, like a fish-flavored loofah.
You approve of her approach?
Of course not. But she was right to push. No matter what Sarah thinks, today was a breakthrough. We shall speak more of this at the next meeting.
Sarah had no right to stop the ritual.
I used to think it was just me, but she treats all of us like this.
No, she singles me out because to her I am a reckless child and always will be. Maybe next time we shall learn the truth. If there is a next time. There is nothing more tonight. Get some rest, Hunter. Sloppy technique? Has she confused me with Nico?
Well, you have that look on your face. Say what you need to say.
Are you all right? You seem flustered.
Me? I'm fine. I didn't realize what was happening until too late. Lilith's voice, spoken through you, even as an echo, creates a mystical link. She has the means to follow that link back to you.
Trust me, I can handle that.
I don't think I could handle that. Still, with preparation, I can shield you from such an attack.
And without?
She would do to you what she did to Wanda, and I won't let that happen. I'm sure you'll find answers. I hope they're the ones you want.
How you doing, Hunter?
We never thought uncovering my last moments would be easy.
Yeah, I know. I just wish it wasn't so rough on you. As long as you're okay, I'm okay. The good news? We are definitely closing in. That's more than enough for today. You ready to leave?
That is it for me.
Sounds good. See you next meeting.
I should have stayed up and watched a movie.
So, word on the street is that the Abbey just got a massive shipment of artisan sodas. I thought we could throw a couple back, like partners on the force in one of those buddy cop movies.
Throw back. Ah, yes, like a toast? Agatha was quite fond of them.
Rad idea. Know any good ones?
Well, my Asgardian is quite rusty, but I suppose I could try. Of course, I would need some sort of goblet to throw into the mirror, and a nice sharp axe for the
How about I go first just to set a nice safe benchmark? So, what flavor soda can I get you?
There is more than one flavor?
Oh, yeah. There's Thor's Thirst, Black Widow Bubbles, Loki Lime, Radioactive Rockenberry.
Radioactive what?
You know what? You just chill there, and I'll pick one out for you, partner.
Fine, speak. Yes?
Hey, can I ask a favor? Ah, thanks, Hunter.
Sure. Hardly any cobwebs or ghosts out here. I'm good to go again if you are. I want you to know I understand what you're going through. Fighting your own mother's not easy.
It is hard. I have memories of her that I cannot shake. From when I was very young. Who knows if they are even true or not.
You're lucky to even have that. Vampire killed my mother while she was in labor. She died the same time I was born. When I got older, I spent years hunting that vampire. Found him too, but...
Your mother...
Don't know why I was surprised. Vampire bites you, you're gonna turn, right? Guess I was hoping we'd just never meet.
What did you do?
What do you think? Listen, all I'm saying is that fighting Lilith won't be easy for any of us. But for you, it's gonna be hell. I just want you to be ready when the time comes.
Count on it.
Trying to hit the gym in a haunted house is easier said than done. I'm glad we have this space out here.
Hunter, what I most appreciate is that you always know when to say nothing. Thank you for the quiet. Hunter, you have excellent taste.
Thought it might be nice to get away from the others and not talk for a change.
So we are going to fight again?
Not exactly. You've proven you can handle yourself with a sword, Hunter, but a warrior's greatest weapon is their mind. Yoga requires discipline, balance, and control. 3 things I'm hoping you've got in spades. How about we grab a couple of mats and find out?
Agatha instructed me in multiple postures from the original sutras themselves. I would be happy to show you a few techniques.
Well, I didn't exactly learn my asanas from the mall, Hunter.
Okay, Blade. Let us do this.
Was hoping you'd say that. Now sit down, relax, empty your mind. Or as Magic likes to say, pretend you're Robbie.
But we are getting there.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter. Hunter.
Funny how personal this hero business can become, huh, Hunter? I mean, you're hunting your mom, Eddie's being Eddie again. My favorite professor became a giant sewer lizard. My boss's son was a space werewolf. I even knew a doctor that accidentally turned himself into a vampire.
I am sorry you had to slay your friends.
Whoa! Slay? Who said anything about slaying?
Was it not your responsibility to save them from the horrors they had become?
Yeah, by curing them. I don't know how they do things in Salem, but in New York, shooting your boss's son with a silver bullet is usually frowned upon. Yeesh. Neighborhood sure is starting to feel a bit more unfriendly these days. Thankfully, I have May and MJ in my life to remind me what I'm fighting for. Speaking of, better go check in. You wouldn't happen to know the time difference between Queens and, well, wherever we are?
I do not know what a time difference is.
Hunter?
Are you heading to the meeting?
Yeah, I'll be there shortly.
Don't tell anyone, but I forgot what the mission objective was. But I'm sure glad it seems like...
Did you read today's book?
Of course, but you'll get nothing out of me until the meeting.
Book club tonight. You in?
Meet you there.
Let's get moving.
Wasn't the first time I've read The Art of War, but I prefer this translation.
That book was a dense read, but I was struck by the similarities to Kree war manuals.
Looks like we're all here. Grab a seat and let's get started.
I am ready.
The Art of War is one of my favorite books, if not my favorite. Can anyone guess why?
Because it's not just about fighting, it's about how to conduct yourself when in conflict with others.
Carol gets it. For quite a while, all my interactions with people involve some form of conflict.
Interesting.
This book laid things out for me. Helped me understand you don't always smash yourself against a problem face first. You must understand your enemy before you can hope to defeat them. Hunter, you get this more than most. You understood Lilith, which led you to discover her weakness. With that came her defeat.
I lost 300 years to understanding. I would not call that a success.
I would. Your sacrifice, whatever it was, kept the world from plunging into darkness. My point here, until we know what game Lilith is playing, there's no way we can break the rules. That's the only way we win.
So the favorite book of a half-vampire was written by Master's son.
I'm the Daywalker. Of course it is.
Carol, what stood out for you?
The chapter about flexibility in warfare. Yes, it presented distinct situations, but at its core, it promoted a philosophy of adaptability. This is a subtle but key difference from the Kree war manuals I know. Those manuals lay out how to overcome every possible contingency. Because Kree commanders always expect an answer, exceptions can flummox the ones who let the rules think for them.
Are Kree commanders really that predictable?
Unless you have your own version of the Kree's supreme intelligence, unlikely. But yeah, still possible. The Art of War encourages fluidity of thought. The variations presented in the chapter on flexibility are examples, not rote technique.
And that's how wars are lost.
So I've been dying to know, what is Captain America's favorite part of this book?
After this read, everything he had to say about deception and warfare.
Ooh, explain.
Wait, what used to be your favorite?
Discussions of leadership. There's a lot of good stuff in there. I've long since internalized all that worked for me and examined what didn't. But convincing your enemy that your greatest weakness is your most powerful strength.
Or the opposite, that your strength is a vulnerability?
Exactly. It struck me, especially regarding our conflict with Lilith. So, what's our greatest strength?
Lilith has no allies, just thralls. She is alone in this fight, but we are united.
Are we? The greatest scientific mind I've known, sorry Tony, just defected to her side. What's to stop any of us from doing the same? I don't have an answer to the question I asked, but I plan to do what the art of war suggests. Learn her weakness. Adapt as the conflict evolves. Keep Lilith guessing. And above all, think.
And that'll do it.
Great. So what's our next book?
I told Carol she could pick the next one.
I decided on volume 32 of the Kavat Koth.
The what now?
It's a cross between a legal text, a spaceborne invasion defense manual, and one of those sagas that Thor seems to love.
Okay then.
I promise it's not a heavy read. I thought it would be a good companion to the art of war.
See you all next time. That went better than expected.
I am looking forward to reading Carol's book.
Same here. Feels like book club is pointing out an edge we've always had, but never knew to sharpen. That's all for now. You taking off or hanging out?
I'm nervous about my book. I don't know how much of it will translate. Not the language, the ideas.
If it teaches me how to swear in Cree, I am in.
You don't need a book for that. Just hang around the war room when I'm running maintenance checks on Central. I think you'll like my choice. Give it a shot. That's all I ask. This was fun. More relaxed than I'm used to, but fun.
I didn't know what I was getting into when I signed up, but I'm glad we have book club.
It was good to see the conclusions we each drew from the book.
That's why I think we need to do this. A team that understands its disparate parts works better in concert. But don't quote me. Sun Tzu said it better. It's not a competition, but I bet I finish before you do.
Yeah, I am done.
Good meeting.
Hunter, I need to talk to you. I wanted to talk to you about book club.
Oh, having a good time?
I'm having a great time. Always good to flex the old brain muscles. I need your advice, though.
What kind of advice?
It's about Blade. I get the feeling that all of book club is just his roundabout way of getting to be friends with me. I mean, I'm touched. He seems like a good guy, but shy. So how do I tell him I'm totally cool with being best pals without scaring him off? Got any thoughts?
If you want to be friends with Blade, just tell him.
You really think I should just lay it out there?
You guys fight hordes of bloodthirsty killers and not bat an eye. But you want to tell another human being that you enjoy their company and you forget how to speak.
Different skill sets, Hunter. But I'm always looking to improve, so thanks. I'm up to the challenge.
I wish I could be more helpful.
Please, you've been more than helpful just listening to me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go catch up with my reading. I'm a couple of chapters behind.
I can tell.
Watch it. No spoilers. I gotta say, I'm loving our current book. The mirror table, our pulse on everything Hydra, really brings an Avengers Tower vibe to this place.
It has been useful. The Abbey always harbored great resources, but Stark and the Doctor have enhanced its abilities tenfold.
Don't get me wrong, Tony and the other Stephen are great. But I believe in giving credit where credit is due. You've also been doing your fair share, and I wanted to let you know that it hasn't gone unnoticed.
That is a generous compliment to give. Thank you, Captain.
It's not generous when it's true. They say a good soldier should always trust his gut, and if my gut is right, and it's almost always right, I think you have a destiny beyond just defeating Lilith.
And what destiny is that?
Keep playing it straight with me, Hunter, and maybe I'll trust you enough one day to tell you.
What's happening, Hunter?
Good girl, Charlie.
Some days it feels like I'm stuck in a time warp, Hunter.
Oh? How so?
This current team, they're so different than the Midnight Suns you once knew. Yet when I see you all together, it's like nothing has changed. I have to remind myself that Jeremiah, Will, Andra, Yelena, they've been gone for centuries now.
I would not be the warrior I am today without them. They all showed me so much. They taught me everything.
Well, not everything, Hunter. There's still a lot you can learn.
Yes, like what all the buttons do. Everything in this modern era seems to have a button on it.
For what it's worth, I still think of the old team often.
Same here. Except for you, it has been hundreds of years. For me, it was like yesterday.
Yet here we are. I just hope things end differently this time.
Been meaning to ask, when you woke up and saw a half-vampire in the Abbey, well, was your first thought about killing me?
You had not proven yourself an enemy, so I did not treat you as such.
As long as you think fast, there's a fine line between choosing your target and hesitating. If I become a threat to the rest of you, or to the people out in the world, what I'm asking is, if I lost control, would you stop me? Could you do what needs doing?
If you are ever a threat to yourself and others, I will treat you like any other vampire.
Good. I don't know how Lilith does her thing, but I refuse to become one of her fallen. If there's ever a question, I want you to know my answer.
I understand.
All right then. We better get back to stopping the prophecy now. Awesome. Thanks, Hunter. Saw him back. That was cool.
Hey, can I ask a favor? I thought I had sensed a great power approaching, and I was right.
It's good to punch Hydra in the face, but they feel like a red herring. Okay, a black and red herring, but still.
Some of my old war buddies want to get a drink with us. Today's a good day.
Why is that?
Heard back from Gloria's family. She did custodial work at Avengers Tower. They say she'll make a full recovery.
She was there when Hydra attacked?
Yep. A ceiling collapsed before her EPS could fully activate. She had some broken bones in her legs. I worried her injuries might be permanent.
It is good of you to check in on her.
No need to praise me for something anyone would do.
Then allow me to appreciate your thoughtful nature.
All right. It's unfortunate, but Avengers Tower is a target. Anyone who works there knows the risks. The least I can do is give them the time of day. And I'm not the kind of person who does the least of anything.
Still not a fan.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
Let's touch base. You know, this isn't the first time Hydra's turned to the occult. Back during the war, Baron von Strucker tried just about everything to get a leg up on the Allies. I remember Project Lazarus, when he tried to create an army of undead Nazi super soldiers.
A force like that would have been a powerful weapon indeed. It is fortunate that you stopped them.
Did we? I can't help but look at these augmented Hydra soldiers and wonder if Strucker's work lives on through them, or unlives.
Faustus's serum.
Is it so much of a stretch? To be caught between life and death? Forced into an endless war? That's a fate I wouldn't wish on anyone.
Should I be taking this personally?
Not at all what I was talking about. We both find ourselves called back into duty in the middle of a long war. The difference is we have a choice. No one's forcing us to pick up our shield or sword when the call to battle comes. It's a decision we make for ourselves each and every day.
One thing is certain, Steve. Regardless of the century, you are an honorable man.
I'm just trying to do what's right. But thank you, Hunter. That's kind of you to say.
What's up?
Awesome. Thanks, Hunter.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Forgive me if I'm being too nosy, Hunter, but I'm curious to know what you think of this modern world you find yourself in.
You want honesty?
I would settle for nothing less.
Oh, where do I begin? There's so much that fascinates me about your time. The food is vibrant. Stark's inventions are fascinating. Oh, the automobiles.
Ah, yes. Cars. I haven't driven in a very long time. Not since my accident.
You should not allow a simple accident to keep you away.
Yes, well, if I had not had that accident, I would not be standing before you today. Not as the Sorcerer Supreme, anyway. Despite the wonders of this modern era, ancient notions of fate are still quite powerful.
How do you hope to keep up with everything happening these days?
I do not concern myself with it too much. What's important will find its way to me. The rest will fall away on its own.
That seems wise.
It's still a big world, Hunter. If you try to focus on everything, you will only get lost. Please excuse me.